good afternoon, or good morning, depending when you and where you watch this video. This is Evie's. This is actually the fifth video that I'm doing on awakening your chakras in your body. Today, we're going to talk about our throat chakra, and it's actually located between the collarbone and your throat. And the color that represents the throat chakra is a blue. I'm wearing this because it has a different tones of blue in it, because you can look at it like different tones of lighter blue, turquoise, between royal, that deep royal blue color. So it's somewhere in between. So this actually jumper represents the possible colors that you can use. Now, for the throat chakra, you have to understand it from the ability to speak. And it's actually, if I look over here, it's actually the center of your communication, right? That's why it's in the throat. And it actually deals with your ability to express yourself with authenticity. It gives you assurance, and it gives you empowered through your mouth. Now, when it comes to the throat chakra, besides the color and what that represents, the frequency that you use for your throat chakra, it's 741 high Celsius. Again, that's 741 Celsius. The mantra, which is that little phrase that you continuously repeat and brings vibration to that specific area of your throat, is ham. And you're saying ham, but it spells H-A-M, right? Now, as usual, both the frequency and the mantra will be in the description below on this video. And again, just simply find the one that works for you, particularly with your frequency, because the mantra is still the same. The mantra will not change. It will still be a repetition. But the frequency, which is 741 high Celsius, you have to look and see which one resonates better with you. It still be 741, but find the ones that you feel comfortable and give you peace. Also, when looking at the throat chakra, we need to understand that when it's blocked, it can affect your ability to self-express thoughts, be honest with yourself through expressing your communicating what you feel effectively. So your self-expression obviously will be blocked. The affirmation with this chakra is, you can say simple things like, I claim and honor my true voice. I express myself with clarity and confidence. My voice, words, ideas, and presence, they all matter to me, right? Now, according to this book by Silva, and it's called the Chakra Yoga, she gives information about the physical and the mental problems with this chakra when it's blocked. So when the throat chakra is blocked, it creates, in the physical, it creates throat soreness and constantly infections. It has even affects your dental, so you may have dental issues, neck and shoulder pains, obviously imbalance in your thyroid, headaches, anemia, mouth ulcers, and asthma. Now, the mental illnesses that can come out when you do have a blockage with your throat chakra, it's your inability to express your thoughts and feelings. You have fear of speaking. You avoid difficult conversations, and you have your childhood's experiences are blocked. So in terms, you do not express them as an adult person. When you have an inability to communicate emotions and you're difficult to express your thoughts, sometimes it gives you low self-esteem and depression and even anxiety, because you hold what you're feeling within. Now that I mentioned that, let's think about the foods. The foods, obviously, that you can eat to help you balance also your chakra have to do with anything that is blue. So blueberries, blackberries. Let me see what else I have in here. We'll say lemon, grapes, plums, red pigment or blue foods, water-based food, coconut water, anything like that can help you. So again, anything that is blue, that has that properties of those deep colors or even the deep red colors, can help you heal your throat. Now that I mentioned the affirmations, the mantra, the frequency that you should use, and how these control certain aspects of your body, I'm going to have to say in a deeper level that your throat chakra is the one above your heart. The problem when you have a blockage in your throat is that any emotions that you have, you will have an inability to express them. And when there's childhood trauma, when all the time you were told that I'm the adult, you don't speak, and or for example, you were never allowed to speak what you felt because you were then beaten, or you were told many times, shut up, be quiet, nonsense, you don't know what you're talking about, and things like that. Even those simple phrases can hurt your growth. And because of it, as an adult, you create a blockage on your throat. So as simple as you having the inability to express anything about you can be hurtful because you're holding it in. So when you hold it in, it would affect your emotions, but then you remain in your mind and you still think about what happened and why you couldn't say anything, which also ironically creates anger because you held it in. You did not express it. So the throat chakra is extremely important because it is the tool that you use to express emotions. Your thought process also flows through that, which is why in last video I expressed the importance of having a balanced heart chakra. Now, when you have a balanced heart chakra and you put it together with your mind, you can create this coherent where they're both equally important. You'll be able to express better what you feel and how you feel it. If you in terms feel like you want to say something, but you are in dwellingness of angerness and upset and being mad about a situation, then obviously the best thing to do is pull yourself back from the situation, from the place, people, and things that gives you that, right? Pull yourself back and analyze why the anger, why this irritability where you need to express anger, right? And with all the rights, because sometimes situations and people can bring things in us that triggers the very root of certain problems, right? And although we are in the process of healing, they still trap and still trigger us. So the best thing to do is remove yourself and do not express what you feel until you know that it is coming with assurance. It brings authenticity to yourself, sincerity, and express it in terms where people can understand where you come from, right? Because the other part about it is that yes, we can express anger, we can express how we feel, right? And we can express that we were hurt, right, in the process. But the problem is that if you tell or if you say it to someone that doesn't reciprocate or does not understand or can comprehend where you come from, you are actually wasting your energy and your time. So we have to really be careful. So our throat chakra has to be open enough for us to simply even say, I understand and respect where you come from, but the reality is that is not how I'm seeing it. That is not how I'm interpreting things. So you have to be honest enough that when you do say something, the person is able to receive it. If the person is not able to receive it, trust me when I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. So you have to create a balance like that when it comes to your throat chakra. For many of us, our throat chakra is one of the ones that is always blocked, particularly when you're an empath, because you rather hold yourself, what you feel, and not say exactly what is within because you don't want to hurt somebody else's feelings. And sometimes you bringing authenticity to yourself and sincerity to yourself can trigger others, can hurt others, or can make people mad. So you're just going to have to make a decision whether your peace at mind and in your heart, it's better or not better, but I will say it's more important to you, and that in fact your authenticity is what's more important. Right? So I'm not saying make yourself in a level where you're being egotistic and you're expressing what you feel and not caring what the other person says. But if you can be honest enough to say something and through words that brings love and compassion, you can still express who you are, then so be it. As long as you remain with compassion. So that's why I'm saying remove yourself when you're angry, because when you're angry, your anger will be the one taking over, and those are not coming from the heart. But when you put your mind and your heart in balance together, you should be able to express everything and anything about you freely. So make sure that when you're using your throat, it's with compassion and understanding for the others, right? So that's why the importance of having a throat chakra balance, right? Again, as I said it before, many of us have that chakra block because depending your culture, your religion, and where you grow up, you were raised at time to hold back. So when you hold back, you just take it in, and don't express. You lose your ability to express. And it's one of the ones that most likely tend to be blocked more than any other chakra. Now, the importance of understanding this chakra is that once you balance the ones at the bottom and you bring awareness to your heart, then that in turn can guide your way of expressing things out. Please keep in mind that as you healing and as you're doing self-inventory and you're dealing with all of these aspects of yourself that you didn't do before, make sure you do find, I cannot emphasize enough, make sure you do find somebody that you can sit down, that you can talk, that you can express what you feel, and let them help you or guide you through this process. It is extremely important that when you're working with your chakras, particularly your throat chakra, that you also find a Reiki healer person that can help you, that person that deals with frequencies and vibrations that can help you open those chakras, particularly this one. And I cannot emphasize enough that me as a Reiki healer, one of the chakras that is always predominantly blocked is your throat chakra. And because of it, many of us have fear speaking our truth just because we don't know how the other person is going to take it. And sometimes we just held back because of that. So it is important because you want to have a balance. You don't want to overdo it, and you do not want to underdo overdo it. Because when you overdo it, then you hear these people talking certain things, and it's almost like they're vomiting. Like when they're talking, it sounds like they're vomiting. It's like they're talking about everything else and everything and anything. These people that complained a lot are usually having a chakra that is overactive, that they can't just shut up, that they can just simply be quiet in specific situations. And it's not that you're supposed to remain 100% quiet, but when your throat chakra is aligned, you pause and you take time to listen to what the other person is saying. But you also have the ability that you do not have to respond for everything that they're saying, that you can simply stay back. But you can also be honest enough to say, I am stepping away from this conversation and I'm not going to say anything else about it because we are now arguing. We're yelling at each other, and it's not helping the relationship or the communication. Because when you start yelling, when you start making comments more into the judgment aspect, you're not speaking, you're not using the throat correctly, right? But most of us, I apologize about that, something fell on the floor. Now, but like I said, when you have a conversations with people and you can pause and then you can engage into the conversation, that's a healthy throat as well, because you'll be able to sit back and listen to what they're saying and trying to comprehend the conversations and the messages behind what they're saying, right? But when it's not aligned, what you also do is you over talk in top of what the other person is trying to say. That's another sign that your throat chakra is overactive, right? Now, with that being said, the purpose for these videos is as simply for all of us to understand the chakras that we need to work on. But I try to bring affirmations and frequencies and awareness to the blockages in those chakras so we can pay better attention in how to heal them, right? And I hope that with these videos, that's what you're gaining. And please remember that always find somebody that can help you with that. And the throat chakra is not as simple as you think. The throat chakra, it's more of a chakra that you need time, because you have to pay attention to your own behaviors in the past to understand if there's a major blockage or if your chakra is actually overactive. Okay? Now, with that being said, I hope that you find this video helpful and useful for your spiritual growth, particularly during this time. So please hit like, subscribe, and until the next video, have a wonderful and blessed day, everyone. Bye-bye.